And it was only 3 of y'all with each other. You said it again, say
Me?
it again.
I said me, my friend, Shamar, and Lashun.
You and your friend was with Shamar, right? The key got stolen, right? Y'all went out of town, right? Who got the money?
Lashun.
Case dismissed. Thank you for your service, baby. Have a great day.
You took the money?
Yeah. Or
I
did
don't
she
know
come out
about
her
that.
pocket
I
with it?
don't know about that. I got receipts. I got receipts on Cash App that she sent me the money. I don't know about Shamar money or none of that. I don't know.
Auntie Seven flew you out. She told you that she gonna give you the money. She flew you out. You got down here with Shamarco, right?
Yes.
Tell us a little experiment of what you did when you noticed when you got there.
To his house or when I got to Atlanta?
When you got to his house.
When I got to his house, when we first got there, I did a TikTok. As you can see, the TikTok in a gray sweatshirt, in a gray sweatshirt. I mean, the shorts and a white T-shirt. We did a TikTok. After that, I cleaned up. I started looking around, cleaning up his. I'm like, this is how you living? Hell no, we don't
And
live like.
how would you describe him living?
Oh, y'all get messy, baby.
Oh, we get real messy over here because what you see in the house.
Oh, in the house?
Yeah.
Roaches.
What they doing? What they doing? What they doing? Line kicking? What they was doing? Because
They
we
was
see
coming out the
videos.
PS. They was coming out the PS5. They was coming out the headboard of the
Not
bed.
the PS5. He just got that. So the
Oh,
Roaches going to sleep over in the PS5?
I don't know what he just got. Cause like I said,
I'm telling you, he just got the PS5. So the Roaches was doing a goddamn backflips in the PS5. So keep going.
So boom, I'm like, you gonna have to clean up. You feel me? Like this not how we live. Like I got OCD, all type of. I didn't even go to sleep. Like feel me? Like after until I cleaned up all type.
You did not clap that. Was he spending money on you?
Yes, he was.
How much, if you don't mind me asking?
Like $500.
500.
Yeah.
And you ain't give him the man case? What he do? What he bought you with the 500?
I mean, I asked for it. Don't get me wrong. I said, "Can you?" And he said, "Yeah."
And what did he do with the 500?
What you mean? What he do?
I mean, what he buy you with the 500? Like, what did you get? Cause he could
The
gave me 500. I would have paid
if
my
you look
rent.
at the TikTok with the blue outfit, the Nike ones, the Nike socks, that's what he bought.
He told me that you went in his house and cooked for him. Is it true?
Yes, I did.
What did you cook?
Sausages.
Did any roach jump in the water?
That's all he had. And I was scared to cook the roach. I mean, I say roaches. I mean, I was scared to cook the sausages because it was roaches in the refrigerator.
Not in the refrigerator.
In the refrigerator.
Okay, so we're gonna get into the topics, the real topics of what's the real case of you here. But we're gonna start off because I'm not gonna lie, I thought that Missy Doll sent you to Shamar. So how did you get in contact with Scooby Doo? The real
Messy
Scooby Doo.
Doll?
That's his name, Scooby Doo on here.
I mean, he contacted me first. He was talking about you, like, you feel me? Don't get into that and this, that, and the third. So I started. I was ignoring him at first.
Okay.
And then I said whatever he said something else, and then I said okay.
Okay. And how about Lashun?
Lashun? Oh, you want to talk about Lashun?
We talk about everybody.
On my behalf, what I seen about Lashun, I'm not gonna lie, he was cool. You feel me? He was around. He was cool. He was with Marco. He was coming over.
How often was he coming over?
Ever since I was out there.
Okay. Okay. So when it came to the money being stolen, because everybody assumed that you took the money.
Yes, they did.
Everybody making it seem like, oh, Avery took the money. Avery
Yes,
got the money. You told me that LaShawn kept calling Shamar phone trying to see how far he was. Is that true?
One of the fans said it. I got screenshots on it.
Okay. One of the fans said it. Okay. Did you took the money?
No, I didn't.
Did Shamar show you what a safe was?
No, he didn't.
How you knew he had a safe?
He told me. Yeah.
Wait a minute. Hold up. Did he show you or did he tell you? Because you finna mess it up right there.
No, for real. I'm on my mother. This is on my mother. He told me he had a safe. Because how I know he had a safe is because Marco was trying to come out the house. If you could see, he wear fanny packs, all type of. So he was
Right.
trying to come out the house with big. And I said, Marco, no, actually, I said, babe, you're not going outside with all that money. You not.
How much
He
money
said,
was it?
oh, I don't know. I didn't count it because that's not my business. I don't do
Right.
that.
Right.
That's really not my business. I'm not counting your money. I'm not managing your money or nothing. You can ask him. I never managed Marco money when I was out there. I never did none of that. I never even looked through that man's phone. Was Scooby Doo saying that I was answering his phone? Never answered that man's phone. Lashun was calling every single day, literally.
Okay. So who knew about his safe in the house?
I don't know who knew about it, say, because we was the only two in the house at the time. You feel
Okay,
me?
so you said that he had a lot of money and he showed you and you told him, baby, you don't need all that money. Did you see him put the money up, or did
No,
you
I
see him had
didn't.
the money still?
Because guess what? I walked out the room. We was in the room. I walked out the room. I closed the door and all that. I don't do that. I'm not watching you where you put your money at. I'm not doing that. Because like I said, my intention was never like that.
Okay,
Ask anybody in my city.
I believe you. I believe you, but I want you to I want everybody to understand that I believe you. I know you're not lying because what we talked about, I really believe you. And a lot of people don't believe it, and that's why I want you to come live tonight so you can show everybody that you tell the truth. So I'm gonna stop you right there, right? And I'm gonna say this. Can you please tell the people what happened the night before when you asked Shamar a certain question and he woke up the next day and said he was going to do it after he come from his event? Talk about that so they can get a fresh mind or what really going on. If you don't mind talking about it, or I can
Say
talk
that
about it.
again.
Talk about the part when you told me when you said when you asked Shamar to go get something done and he said he was
Oh,
gonna do it
okay,
out
okay,
the bush.
okay, okay. So boom. Before we came back, and Shamar was like, he was with his auntie Seven. I think they got food. Yeah, they was getting us food. Well, she was buying them food. You feel me? She was getting us food. She bought a Chick-fil-A, and he texted my phone. I still got the receipts. You know, I keep receipts.
Mm-hmm.
So I got the receipts. He was like, "Let me suck your daddy." Me personally, I said, "Let's go get checked," because I don't do stuff with people. I don't know you. You don't know me. That's my health that we playing with. Hell nah. And prior to one, Atlanta got the biggest high rate, HIV. So
Right,
no, you're not getting me.
right.
You're not getting me. You not. I'm sorry. You just not getting me.
So what happened?
What happened is we didn't go to the hospital.
I'm talking about so y'all didn't go to the hospital. Y'all were on the road. When y'all came back, automatically, all of a sudden he got robbed, right?
Yes.
Did you see the PlayStation gone when you got there?
Did I see that the place messy when I got there?
The PlayStation gone. Did you see it gone when you got there?
The what?
The PlayStation 5. Did you see it? Was it gone? Or did you
Yes.
did you ever go back to the house when he went home or no?
We came home together.
So did you see the PlayStation
It
5
was
missing?
it was the driver, it was Marco, and it was my friend from New York.
Okay. You're not answering the question. I said, did you see the PlayStation 5 when you went home after it been robbed?
No.
So it was gone.
Yes. The safe was gone and the PS5 at the same time. Next. I'm ready. Pull them out.
Shamar. And it was only three of y'all with each other. You said say it again, say the name
Me?
again.
I said me, my friend, Shamar, and LaShawn.
You and your friend was with Shamar, right?
But something's not right. The last video I put up, and it doesn't sound like somebody robbed Shamar. It sounds like a new boo in Shamar's life, and they having a lovers quarrel. You know what I'm saying? It's like you can't for like less than 24 hours be spazzing out saying somebody stole your safe and $60,000 in your safe, and now you're going back and forth about how he's been disrespecting you, Avery, in your face with another ninja. I think I would be more focused on the money more so than the relationship, especially him being somebody that's new to Shamar. And then another thing, and I want to hear your response to this because nobody has been talking about this, and this is what's making this really tricky for me. Why is Seven inserting herself in this, position of taking money out of her own pocket to make sure that Avery, the one that's being allegedly accused of taking a whole safe full of money, why are you making sure that he gets back home? And then on top of that, he needs extra money on the back end because he realizes he was short, and you give him that. I think it was $200 that he asked for. Why is Seven giving that kind of money to someone that Shamar doesn't know, just met online, and as soon as he came into town, all of a sudden the safe is gone with the money. And even when Alvo was in the picture, that stuff wasn't even happening. Now, was Alvo stealing money? Of course. But to this extent, nah, somebody was doing too much. Let's not make this Alvo's fault, everyone. Hey, Genty. Let me see. Are these comments? This is comments from yesterday. So let's get current with this. Because I know people are like, she's not even answering me. So let's get real current with this, because these comments, a lot of them, and I want to say, even if they're not here, thank you for leaving them. Let me get there. Let's get current with it. Hey, Paris Evans. It's hello, chat. Hey, Shanita. Donna Thomas. Who puts a camera at a front door and not the back? Right. Right, Donna. Exactly. So, there's a lot of things that are very questionable to me, that's being said out of Shamar's mouth. And then also what's questionable is the girls. I mean, they be having IG popping. They be doing their little IG, for up on the platform, having conversations, whether they're arguing or getting along, walking down memory lane or whatever. They're on IG all day, every day. And, it just went quiet right around the time Shamar's money came up missing, and I'm not understanding what's up with that. And I think the only one, and like I said, until I hear further notice about what happened to the money, I will give shout out to Messy Dog credit that he's been, to me, one of the responsible parties trying to do his due diligence and research and trying to crack down on who potentially could have took Shamar's safe and his money. You know what I'm saying? But it's definitely an inside job. It's definitely someone that knows Shamar. It's definitely someone that smiles in Shamar's face and is capable of stealing the money. Now, we already can go down a list of everybody who has been accused of stealing it. Kay, Alvo, Tommy the Gossip, the girls. When I say the girls, I'm talking about Messy Doll and what's his name? I can't even think of his name right now. Lashun. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's being blamed. But the only thing that makes me feel as though the new boyfriend had something to do with the theft is because it just don't make no sense. You might not bring all your belongings to Shamar's house, but why don't you even have a set of clothes for the next day when you're going out of state and you're from New York? And right when the incident happened, the next day you're trying to go back to New York and then come back with clothes. None of that makes any sense. That really makes you a suspect. That's how people end up being suspects too, because their stories don't correlate. They don't make any sense. They don't add up. So yeah, I really honestly think that, hey, listen, it's very possible the boyfriend has something to do with it, and better yet, he might not know the individuals on top of that he could have did this crime with. It could be people that are not even Avery's friend. It could be people that were once upon a time Shamar's friend, and Avery knows how they feel about him. And he looked at it like, yeah, let's band together, man. Let's get this money. We're all on the same page. We think that Shamar slow, and we're gonna run game, and we're gonna get this money. And if we all band together, and I don't even know you, I know you're Shamar's people, or you once upon a time with Shamar's people, they'll never know it's the perfect crime. You've been putting in the work with the back-to-back yes, player. I've been trying, and I have another video too that I was gonna put out today, but it's getting too late in the day. I don't know what's going on with this worker that's supposed to be coming to do what he was doing on my island table in my kitchen. He's gonna have to fix something that he didn't put in correctly. It came undone, so I don't know if he's coming back here tonight. So because I'm not sure of that situation, I'm just going to put that out early tomorrow morning. The last footage I got from early morning, we're talking about 1, 2, 3 in the morning, these jokers were up and they was at each other's throat, and I caught everything. So there's one video that I did not put out. It's about 20 minutes. It's probably less than that because I did a lot of edits on it. But I will be putting that out tomorrow, and that'll be the last piece of content that is updated to the community from what happened from early this morning when you guys were still sleeping and it was dark out. It was early morning. All the videos that you see me putting up today are from today. I think the very first video I put out earlier, the very first one I put out, it was from late last night, before midnight. But every other video after that, the second, the third, the fourth videos that I've been putting out today are from early morning today on the 28th, and they were up and they was at it, and it was crazy. Shamar has a really weird time of going live. I do it sometimes too, because I couldn't sleep last night, and I should have just went live. I should have did the live that we're on now. I should have just did that at 1 or 2 in the morning. Only thing is, they would have been live. I would have been recording it. I wouldn't have been able to just record them live because they were just cussing and carrying on too bad. And then I would have to edit that live. I didn't feel like doing all that. It says that's exactly what it is the wrong place at the wrong time. It's all the scheme. The man didn't have anything to do with it. And I believe that. Yeah, wrong place. That's what I was saying. It could be a thing of he's at the wrong place at the wrong time. Everybody knew he was coming into town. Shamar doesn't like keeping too much a secret. So they used him as the scapegoat. So, I don't know what to say for this dude. But I don't think that Shamar's gonna be with him. And I really think at this point that Shamar thinks that he did take the money. But at the same time, I don't want to guess too much because he could have been the one that took the money. Because my gut is saying that he did. And then my gut's saying that it's definitely, if it isn't him, it's somebody in the circle. And then my gut's also saying that it could be a thing of Shamar had that money counted and realized that a lot of his money is gone, and he doesn't know how to articulate himself a lot of times, so it could be coming across like he's making us think that somebody literally went into a safe or stole his safe and took his money, rather than explaining, listen, I don't really know how to count really well. I thought I had X amount of money saved away and it's extremely low, and I want to know, what happened to it. And then he would have to backtrack, one being, when he was with Alvo, how much it's a guessing game because you'll never know how much Alvo was skimming off the top when he was with you. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I keep saying that, he needs to be alone. He really needs to be alone. But you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make him drink. He doesn't like to listen to anything. I've been trying to get on him, behind the scenes, even about his YouTube channel. I really think that if he could pipe down on the cussing, and he's definitely naturally gonna be consistent with live streaming on YouTube, when these things occur, yeah, you can be really upset about it because that's 60,000. But we see that Shamar knows how to save his money. He won't spend no money if he ain't got to. So him having another income stream on YouTube, I don't think that blow would have really affected him like it is right now, because he would have a big monthly check coming in every month because he loves social media. He could sit on live a couple of times a day and make a big bag. And right now, if he was monetized, he would be able to replace that money within a month or two, between his gigs and, getting at least 2 full month checks from YouTube. But see, Shamar has to make, if it ain't rough, it ain't right. He doesn't like to listen. So that's why he ends up the way he always ends up, which is all messed up in the game. You said thanks for busting out the case. Hey, Amber. Shamar's mental capability, y'all are wrong, is declining. I couldn't even say it. Oh my God. I always hit the like button. Thank you, Amber Woods. He's still partying. Money or not, he has too much mouth and he disrespects to not have a real security system. Well, I thought that he had cameras on both doors myself. If I think that if I would get cameras on, unless my back door was a door, unless I didn't have a back door, put it like that. Because you'll be surprised how many people live in apartment buildings and they don't have back doors. But if you have one, it makes sense, especially in his situation, knowing that he put that kind of money in his house. I would have been not only protecting myself, but that money. Because the only other way money is going to be protected is putting it in the bank. And he can't put it in the bank because he's on Social Security. Hey, Queen Grandma. Shamar wouldn't know because he doesn't know how to count. Shamar needs to try to go back to school or get tutored. Yep, exactly. Hello, Latanya. Pretty little boy. That's so weird to me with 7. I know it. Oh my God. Thank you for bringing that back up. What do y'all don't put a 1 in the chat if you think that's kind of strange that 7 was going out of her way with her own money to make sure this dude got on this flight. And when he said he needed money for something else that he was short with, she gave him $200. Why is she funding him this kind of money and she don't know him? He's a stranger. You can't make me believe, especially if she got common sense, that you're doing it on the strength of Shamar, because the way Shamar was talking was like he didn't even understand why 7 was doing that for him. So it doesn't make no sense. None of it does. Hold on 1 second so I can drink some water. Yeah, it doesn't make any sense. This 7 stuff is insane. Yep. Yes, SL, you know it all in a person. The top of Shamar knows he stays in the bathhouse. Right. It's a lot of money to lose, though. That's some crazy work. I'll tell you that much. Weird, she gave a stranger some money to go home. Right. Not only did she pay for his plane ticket, she even gave him $200 that I don't know how much he asked for, but she gave him $200. And then Shamar turned around and said, and I asked him for $100. And he gave him $100 of what 7 gave him. So who got the money is what I'm asking. Because it's not, let's make it make sense. Because I'm not giving my friend's boyfriend money for nothing. Exactly. It don't make no sense. Hello, SL Davis. $1 million question. Where is the police investigation? Kind of sketchy to me. Right. That is a good question. Because 7 gave him the money because he gave her more money. She just gave him back some of the money that he gave her. Well, wait a minute, back up. Why was either one of them giving each other money, and they're both strangers to each other? You know, they giving money back and forth to each other then, like they know each other. So what's up with that? I don't understand people who don't see anything that's kind of sketchy about that. Make sure y'all hit that like button on the way in, because I'm so busy running my mouth, because like I said, this unanswered questions, and it's sad. You know, it's a lot of questionable things. You know, and I never would have thought that 7 would be part of the questionable things. That is very questionable what that lady did. And why is she inserting herself in the middle of all this mayhem? 7 probably holding some of Shamar's money. I believe Shamar put that safe somewhere else. Please come on how he acting. That's what I said too, Toby Warner. That's why I was just saying. I don't know if you just came in here. I said, well, I said tonight I got another live not a live, a premiere going out, and it just sounds like a lover's quarrel. It don't sound like somebody that just lost $50,000 to $60,000 in the safe. He just sounds too calm now. Yeah, he was going off yesterday, you know, and he was going off a little bit in the early morning of today on the 28th, you know, but he still ain't going off enough for me. For someone that got that much money taken. Hey, LaTanya. DJ. Yeah, that's crazy. I don't think Avery did it point blank. Wasn't worried about that money until you said Jamar. I'm like Jamar, but I know Shamar wasn't worried about that money until time to gossip and something about him. You said him being at a cookout dancing with the 8. Oh, I think that was that Lashun's thing, because Lashun had that on his live on IG yesterday. Didn't he have some red pants on and white sneakers? So Lashun went and picked him up. Who did 7 meet first, Lashun or Messy Doll? That's a good question. You got me, I'm stumped. Marquetta. Alvo did say that Avery was contacting him months ago. Did Avery finish what Alvo started? Right. He could have. You know, I hate when Alvo says, even if it is true, oh, he was trying to talk to me first. He thinks he is the God's gift to women. Like he's the best looking brother on this earth, and you're not. And like my mother used to always tell me, when a person has an ugly personality, it makes them ugly on the outside. And as I got older, I know exactly what that means now, because he is ugly on the outside. He's because of how his attitude is on the inside. He said he's not coming back, Miss Davis, because he said Shamar accused of stealing. Yeah, I heard him when he said Michael Butler. I recorded everything in every live that was put up early this morning. Only one I didn't put up, I think you may have just came into the live, was the last one that they did, and then I guess they took their butt to sleep early morning this morning. And I'm not putting that one up until tomorrow. Some of y'all may have even saw it on other channel holders pages that were up at that time. But I'm too tired to be trying to put it up. It'll go up tomorrow. It ain't a race for me. I feel like 7 is in on it. I think so too. And I hate to say it, because let me not say because she seems to be so quiet, because those are the ones you gotta watch. Because that's his apartment. He can put his camera anywhere he wants to. Oh boy, here we go with this. Don't come on up in here with the getting all offensive, because it seems like when I'm not in agreement with Shamar, then we get the peanut gallery trying to defend Shamar and trying to attack me, and then when I'm trying to defend Shamar, then we got the peanut gal. You know, it's like you're damned if you do, you're damned if you don't. Yes, I made another live. Hi all. I wait to hear from you. Have a blessed day, SL Davis. Hey Nisha, how are you, sweetie? Messi and Lashun is definitely has something to do with it. It says I'm starting to think it's all a lie. You know, I hate to say this too, but I've been trying to keep what if this is just all a lie, but I don't know. It's just I don't know. I just feel like the way Shamar reached out to me like I told many of you way before it hits the blogs, the vlogs and the blogs. He reached out to me at a little bit after 7 a.m. that morning. I didn't get back to him until 3 something in the afternoon prior to me going live a couple of days ago. Well, a day and a half ago. However, he was going off for maybe a good 20 hours. And now it's like it's simmering down. I don't think that I could be calm with somebody taking that kind of money. I'm sorry. Hey, Frederica. Hey, SL. And it said, and 𝗪𝗛𝗧𝗖𝗛 said he will. He said, wait a minute. You said, hey, SL. And 𝗪𝗛𝗧𝗖𝗛 said he will on me. Will what on you? 𝗪𝗪𝗧𝗖𝗛 played a big part in this because he left the back door unlocked. 𝗪𝗪𝗧𝗑 told me on live he will rob me. What? You're lying. Frederica. Nubu and 7 did it. You know what? I wouldn't be surprised because I don't know why 7's up there acting like she's some big baller, giving strangers $200 for their pocket and making sure that she helps cover their flights. He will be back soon than he thinks. And leave after the incident. That's suspicious. That's what I was saying too. Why would he leave talking about, well, I'm not bringing my clothes to a situation until, I feel it out. But right, that's cool. But at least bring a couple of outfits. Don't just go to another state with the same clothes on. And then when you wake up the next morning, you got to go back to New York and go get some more clothes. You don't even got no money to get on the plane to go back to Buffalo, New York. You had to get help from 7. So why would you even plan doing that like that, Avery? It's to me, it feels like he was ready to leave after that money came up missing. Somebody set him up, Queen Grandma. He probably was planning on robbing him and going straight back and didn't bring clothes. Right, exactly. That makes more sense than anything. Shamar staged the break in to keep that boy there, and he spent money he didn't have on him. Shamar just wanted the money back because but the thing is you got to remember that Shamar couldn't have staged it because the house was cleaned up prior to them leaving. And when they came back together, him and Avery was the one that noticed that the house was mangled up. He must have went into a part of the house that Shamar didn't go to yet for him to notice that the house was broken into. That's when he told Shamar, your house has been broken into. And Shamar went and looked at what he was talking about. And then that's when he discovered that they must have took his safe. Frederica 𝗪𝗪𝗧𝗑 told me that too before. Wow. Well, they're going to be in the bushes tonight. I hope I'm counting sheeps tonight. Nights when I can't sleep. Yeah, it's a great thing when I can catch these people because they go live at weird hours of the night in early hours of the morning. However, it's not every night that I can't sleep. So I got lucky last night and I was able to capture all of the conversations. Neighbors could have been, yep, watching his live. Make sure y'all hit that like button. I called Messy Doll out on his BS, and he got mad and said he will put a gun. Oh, wow. I'm sorry to hear that, Frederica Zaddy. Yep, I believe it. I don't trust him and Lashun. He was looking for Shamar to buy him clothes, and Shamar probably wasn't trying to buy him more clothes, and Shamar wasn't trying to give him money. So he probably said, forget it, K, and took everything. Yep. Because now that I see that he's not as quiet as he appears to be, I can see this little ninja taking all of Shamar's money. No, let me just say this to you guys. He did take the initiative, Avery, to get onto a platform and tell a side of the story. But nobody's in the right mind, I'm sorry. Nobody is going to tell on themselves if they stole that kind of money. Maybe a couple of hundreds. You know, you get tired of someone blaming you, you might say, you know, the heck with it and say, yeah, I took it. But not that kind of money. Not that kind of money that's being allegedly taken out of that safe. Is there proof this even happened? Right. That's what we're all trying to figure out. Hey, oh God, I can't even talk today. Katina, how you doing, baby girl? Just a messed up situation. Oh, thank you, Nisha SL. I want to hear from you. So happy to make your live again. I would not leave my significant other while going through that lesson learned. Right, exactly, Nisha. Right. I hear you. Thank you so much for the super chat. Thank you for supporting the channel, sweetie. Mwah. I'm wondering why when Shamar was talking to Lashun, why was Lashun asking how long it would take him to get home while he was in the ride? Yeah, a lot of people were questioning that too. Yeah. I just think it's sick and sad for all of them plotting and praying. I know that's the only thing I don't like. It's like, even if they're not all, I don't know. It just seems like right now everybody's plotting and praying on Shamar. And like I said, if he's no threat to you, it doesn't matter what anyone says out of their mouth. That is not warranted for anybody to do half of the stuff that's been done to Shamar. Period. If he's that bad, stay away from him. I'm wondering why when Shamar was talking to Lashun, I already read that. Yeah, it's sad. And Shamar's got to also stop flaunting his money. We got to also be mindful of that too. He does that a lot. So, listen, I'm not going to stay on here too long. I just wanted to come and at least get this live done with. I am on the back end trying to do my due diligence offline to figure out who the bandit is. Okay, who is the money bandit? So I'm doing my due diligence on the back end, and once I find out, you guys will be the first one to know. So listen, I love y'all, and I want y'all to stay blessed. And I also want you to make sure you hit that like button on the way out. Love y'all, stay blessed, and I'm out. Mwah. Bye for now.